Hi everyone, Rosa here with Credit Expert. Today I'd like to talk about what it takes to have a score in that mortgage credit report. So once again, I'm only talking about the scores that are industry standard in the mortgage industry. There's a lot of misconception about what it takes to actually have a score. And there are only two requirements, and both of those requirements can be met by just one account. So those two requirements are having an account that is at least 6 months old and having at least one account that's been reported by the lender during the past 6 months. So if there's just one credit card that's 6 months old and the lender's recently reported on it, they're going to have a score in that mortgage credit report. And I should mention it's qualifying account. So a child support record or a utility record, that's not going to be a qualified account, or an external collection company account. And there's, as all things with credit scoring, there are other requirements, like you can't be marked deceased, right? If they're marked deceased, they have other problems beyond not having a score on that mortgage credit report. So that's it. Those are the only two requirements. And I have a lot of discussions about that because there's misconceptions that it takes possibly two accounts, or maybe they're wondering why they have a 15-page credit report and they still don't have a score. And that's going to be one of those situations where there's nothing been reported recently, during the past 6 months. So the good news is CreditXpert Wayfinder is going to tell you exactly what it takes to have a score, and it's going to tell you what score can be expected when they do have a score, which is pretty important, right? To know where they're going to land when they do finally have a score. So let's take a look at a couple examples in CreditXpert Wayfinder. So in this example, our applicant doesn't have a score on any bureau, so we're just going to go ahead and select TransUnion in CreditXpert Wayfinder. Let's assume the best case scenario where we're going after a 760. And Wayfinder found a way to get to 760, but it does require waiting a month. So I'm going to go ahead and have it show me. So it doesn't require any money. It's opening one account, $0, and then waiting a month for that account to be reported. So that tells me if I were to look at the credit report, they already have an account that has 6 months, that is at least 6 months old, and they just don't have anything recently reporting. So as soon as that new account reports to the credit bureau, they're going to have a score on TransUnion. Let's take a look at just one more. Now for this example for Jack, as soon as I run CreditXpert Wayfinder, it's just going to let me know that it's found one way to get a score. So I don't even need to select a score target. So I'm going to say, go ahead and show me. It's found one way and it's going to reach a score of 720 or higher. It's going to require, in this case, 7 months. So if we see the details, it's going to tell us to have our applicant open a new credit card. It's going to take about a month to report, and then we need that 6 months for that account to become 6 months old. So if I were to look at the credit report associated with Jack, what I'm going to see here is that he doesn't have any accounts that are 6 months old. So when I repull in that 7th month, I can expect a score of 720 or higher. So once again, I hope you find this information beneficial. And if you have any questions for us here at Credit Expert, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at info@creditexpert.com.